To practice your toe edge, put your snowboard on the ground so you can have a reference on where you're normally standing in your snowboard. Then lower yourself closer to the ground by bending at the knee and the ankle. Keep your back straight and your hips in a neutral position. Then eventually you're going to feel that your weight is start to shift towards your toe edge. And what you're going to do is perform a mini hip thrust to bring more weight towards your toe. By keeping your back straight and your hips above your foot, you're stacking yourself so you have a better balance, and at the same time you're using all your joints to control all your movement here. Practice going from toe to neutral and back to toe again. This is a position that we can observe some people do when they go on their heel edge, especially beginners. This is harder to balance and you're not involving all your joints to help with your balance. To practice your heel edge, what you're going to do is set up the same way as you set up your toe edge. Lower yourself by bending at all three joints, hips, knees, and ankle. Then slowly start straighten up your knee, but not fully straight. This will send your hips backward and bring your weight towards your heels. Because my knees have the greatest range of motion, I'm going to use it to manipulate my center of mass. Because my hips, knees, and ankles are bent at all time, I can adjust my balance at any of the joints. Practice going from neutral to heel and back to neutral again. Now put the two previous exercises together to practice going from toe to heel and heel to toe. Start slow and control. Once you have the movement pattern down, you can pick up the speed. Notice that this is an exaggerated movement to go from heel to toe and toe to heel because we're practicing on dry land on a stable surface. Once you have the movement pattern down, you're going to practice on a different surface, which will challenge your balance a little bit more. Now you notice that as the surface change, your movement become less and less exaggerated, and this is because it's going to require more fine-tuning of your balance. However, you'll be able to do that because you involved all three of your joints. Once you're comfortable with the previous exercises, you're going to move on to a foam roller. So the setup here is having a steady chair next to you and putting a towel under the foam roller to prevent it from rolling too quickly. Then you're going to step 1 foot at a time on the foam roller, holding on to a chair. Lower yourself, make sure you stacked with your center of mass over your the foam roller before you start practicing. Start practicing with your hand on the chair first. Shift your weight from toe to heel and heel to toe. Once you're comfortable with the movement, then you can remove your hand and practice. Continue to practice shifting your weight from toe to heel while maintaining balance. Once you become comfortable with shifting your weight while maintaining balance, you're going to remove the towel so that you can challenge yourself a little bit more. So again, you're going to start by lowering yourself, finding your center of gravity before you start shifting weight. Practice with your hand on the chair at first, shifting your weight front and back. Once you're comfortable, then remove your hand from the chair and practice without holding on. Notice here that because the surface is more challenging, my movements are less exaggerated and there's a lot more fine-tuning happening at my hips and ankle. To progress the exercise, remove the chair and jump on the foam roller. Make sure you start with a towel under the foam roller from preventing it from rolling too fast. By jumping on the foam roller, this forces you to find your center of gravity as fast as possible while maintaining an optimal position to control your balance with the hips, knees, and ankles slightly flexed. Once you feel steady, you're going to start shifting your weight from toe to heel and heel to toe on the foam roller without holding on. Once you're comfortable with the previous exercise, you can remove the towel and practice jumping on the foam roller and finding your balance right away while maintaining your hips, knees, and ankles slightly flexed. Once you feel stable, practice shifting your weight from toe to heel and heel to toe.